Now, of all the years I've been restoring motorcycle parts, basically fairings and doing giant repairs where most of the time the parts looked unrepairable. This one it heads the list. This is Joe's Ducati 888 Superbike, and it's a true collector bike and one he treasures. I had spent the better part of a winter repairing these fairings, and Joe picked them up today. So today was a monumental day. I know for him, I know he's gotten the bike running already. He had to change the belts and do some other work, but I really was happy to see how happy he was. He brought his wife Terry down and we had a great afternoon. And he gave me a couple of things to test in the shop. So it's going to be a great day today. Well, it's been a really long time since we restored these Ducati 888 fairing parts for Joe Padula. It was quite a job. The whole job is actually on our channel. Today is the day Joe is going to pick them up. He's been working on a bike. He's got it running. I actually have pictures of looking down the carburetor throats. But anyway, he called me today and he said he would really like to pick these up today. And he's got some tricked out wax to show me. I think we'll do a little demo if we can. But first we got to have some zucchini. And if you're a video subscriber, you know Joe Padula and I worked with his truck and his labor and wheelbarrows to do all the white stones, and today he gets to reap the benefits of his labor. Karen has a nice goodie bag for him. Now Joe should be here any minute. Karen's making him up that zucchinis and tomatoes. And again, thank you Joe for all the help. Okay, I want, as a new Ducati rider, a sponsored rider no less, these things have been living in my cellar. They're happy to go home to their owner. Enjoy. And when we get the bike all put together, hey, we'll get to see it run. Fits in there pretty good. What are you worrying about? Just don't hit the brake or do any wheelies or anything. I say goodbye to these parts. They're like my babies. So first of all, what Joe did, he brought me some parts for the GS that we're going to use. And these you bought for your GS? For the front brake?
These came with the GS.
Oh, they came with it.
And I didn't use them.
Okay, so you got all the right fittings and everything in there? Okay.
Now,
and new lock washer,
yep, this was all in the
washers.
kit. He gave this to me with the bike.
Okay, great.
I didn't want to use steel. I wanted to use the ones that are cased in rubber.
Yes, okay, I
So
understand.
that was my choice.
Okay, but I'll put these on a GS over the winter or next time I get to... It's so hot out there now, I don't even want to go out there.
That's what you got.
Okay, now you used this in the past.
I've used this for years and years and years.
Insulator wax. I never even heard of this.
Now, it won't do anything. It's not going to change the way the paint looks.
Right.
It's going to add like a layer of glass, but it's not. If your paint needs to be polished or
it's going to be
compounded,
yes, of course.
This is more of a sealant.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll go out and do one of the bikes in the next couple of days for sure.
I mean? That's not the way it is. You got to shake it.
Okay, it's got to be shaken.
It should all be like a thick liquid.
Okay. Now what I'll do, you put this on by hand or with a buffer?
Oh yeah. No, you put it on by hand.
Okay.
You take your typical applicator pad that's about this big in diameter. Put a dollop in that's the size of the quarter.
Okay.
And you could probably do all three top surfaces on a car with it. That's how far it spreads. So.
I'm not concerned with my car.
I know.
The car can rot. I just want the bike shiny. Now what does it say? Shines, protects, preserves. Do not use unpainted parts. What would you have? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so I want to put this on the video. Maybe the guy will sell some. Is he still in business?
Oh, yeah.
Now, how did you get this? I never heard of this.
I bought it online. I knew the name of it.
Okay, so...
When I had my detailing business, I gave a kid a tryout who wanted to work there.
Okay.
And he came with this bottle, and I'd never seen it before.
And it really works good, right?
It's unbelievable.
Well, you know what? In the next couple of days...
very long-lasting. I'm
going to give it... If it gets the Windy Seal approval, his business will go right down the drain.
I wouldn't know how to decipher it.
Well, I got this from Vlad, so where's the born-on date on it?
Somewhere here. I don't have my glasses on, but...
Okay, this is a Pirelli Angel that ultimately will wind up on the R1, and I got it from Vlad. He's been real happy with these on his bike, the collector bikes. It's a macho-looking tire, but...
It's a nice tire.
Look, this is cool. You can wear that off the first time you ride the bike. Anyway, we'll see. I always believe instead of taking people's word for things, just put it on a bike and go see. You know, if you don't go on your ass in the first corner, it's a good tire. If you go on your ass, edit it out of the video. So after Joe and his wife left, I just couldn't help. I went back to look at my old pictures to see some of the memories of this project. This project dragged on and on for a lot of months, but I always feel good at the end of a project that I brought a bike back to life. It required a lot of carbon fiber repair. And by the way, all these videos are on my channel. You put my name in quotation marks, Wendy Urtnowski in quotation marks, and then Ducati 888 repair, and these videos will all come up showing us in real time. Now, and by the way, thank you, Joe, for the brake lines and the wax. We'll do those things on future videos. But looking back at this project, and as I look back at it, even I've forgotten some of the pain and agony it is. I remember the decals had to come from Australia. I remember the priming, and once the bodywork was done, there was still several steps. And the job started off being only one fairing. It started off as a lot of things do, and then something, I don't remember what happened to the other fairing, but one day Joe appeared at the door with the other fairing and the light went off in my head. Uh-oh. But anyway, these are the projects we do on our channel on a regular basis. We do them generally in the winter when it's snowing out, when we can't ride every day. In the summer, we like to ride every day. But looking back, I see some of the muffler parts Luciano donated. This is what I love about the A-Team. We give each other parts. We help each other with the mechanic. Luciano's helped me. I've helped Joe. It goes on and on forever. And the A-Team was at one point in time a big entity with about 12, 15 members. Now it's down to just a few, but we still try to help each other and still try to do these jobs that for all purposes are undoable. Now there may be somebody else in the world, I'm sure there is, that can repair a fairing that was this damaged. But I don't know how many people there are. And I do know that I'm one of them. And Joe knows now too, now that he's got these parts. But when you're going to work in this environment out in the winter, you're really not going to ride that day. So doing this work in a nice warm cellar with a cup of coffee, and of course I've done several bikes for Vlad, the Bermudas that he owns, the Aprilas, all of the carbon fiber work we've done for Vlad over the years. Oh, I can't even remember. Vince, how many things we painted wheels for Vince, Glenn's bike. I don't know how many times we repaired his bike, the track day bike, and others. And it just goes on. And I think that's what makes our little channel, I don't know, a little different maybe than everybody else, because we're not here ringing a cash register up all day long. We're trying to really have our heart in the right place and do things, I call it mitzvahs. But here's the bottom line. Here's the one, this picture here, it doesn't even have the decal on it yet. When you get this heavily involved in motorcycling or in anything, it gets to be an adventure. There's always unpredictable turns in the road. There's always something you thought was going to be easy to do that turns out to be difficult or impossible. And then there's always, at the end of it, at the end of the project, and that was today, when Joe picked up the parts and he stood by his van, and I looked at the look on his face, because I know what the look on his face looks like the day he dropped the bike. I know because I've dropped my bike. I dropped the FZR the day I finished a 900-hour restoration. I know that look on my face. And I know the look of when you put it all back together. I know maybe today or tomorrow, whatever, Joe's already got the bike back together. He'll go pulling in the driveway, rev it up, and, that smile on your face is worth all the hours that we've put into this. And at the same time, I was doing the wheels for the GS. So it was a great winter. Again, all those videos are on the channel for if anybody's really interested in seeing how some of this relatively high-tech stuff is done. So the day ended, and it was a very memorable day, and I really will always remember that smile on Joe's face when he put those parts in his truck. Joe enjoyed them forever. So I'm going back up to the kitchen to have some zucchini bread and coffee. If you're new to the channel and you're interested in these kind of repairs, or just rides, or just some of the things we do, we try to invent some stuff as we go along. The channel is, I try to post it every day that I possibly can. I do miss a few days, that's for sure. But it's really, when people are in motorcycling for a long time and heavily involved, in the end you find out motorcycling is more about the friends you make and the friends you have than about the carbon fiber parts you can glue onto your bike when nobody's looking. The two strokes are a part of our channel too. And I really hope you've enjoyed the video and you'll come back to our channel again. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.